Hey there, and welcome to Embody the Phoenix Within, presented by AHA Wellness. I'm your host, Carla Rosado. This is a space for real conversations about life, change, burnout, rebuilding, and figuring things out as you go without pretending everything is okay. If you're listening while driving, working, or just taking a quiet moment for yourself, I'm glad you're here. Let's get into today's episode. So today I want to talk about motivation because people give it away too much credit. We talk about motivation like it's this thing that's missing. Like if we could just find it, everything would finally click. People say things like, I just can't get motivated. I know what I should be doing. I just don't feel like it. Once I get motivated, I'll start. And honestly, I get why people think that way. That's what we've been taught. But motivation is unreliable. It shows up when it wants to. It disappears. It disappears the second things feel uncomfortable, boring, or stressful. And if you build your life around motivation, just motivation, you're going to stay stuck. So here's the truth that took me a long time to really understand. The people who are consistent aren't motivated all the time. I'll say that again. The people who are consistent aren't motivated all the time. They're tired, they get annoyed, they don't feel like it either. They just stopped waiting for the feeling. They rely on habits, structure, and decisions they already made, not how they feel in the moment. And that's a big difference. Most of us don't need more motivation. We need fewer conversations with ourselves. Because the longer you sit there debating, should I, shouldn't I, maybe later, the heavier things feels. I remember reading this book called The 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins. And what struck me wasn't the counting itself. It was the idea that when you get the impulse to do something, get up, make the call, start the thing. You have a very, very short window before your brain talks you out of it. Your brain is fast and it's very convincing. You think about getting up early, your brain says, you need more sleep. You think about starting something new, your brain says, now's not the time. You think about doing something uncomfortable, your brain says, let's do it later. And listen, your brain isn't evil. It's doing what it's designed to do. Keep you safe and comfortable. But comfort is not the same thing as growth. What that 5 second rule idea helped me realize is this: thinking too long is usually the problem. The longer you wait, the heavier it feels. And the heavier it feels, the less likely you are to do it. So instead of waiting to feel motivated, the shift is simple. Decide first, move quickly, think less. Not perfectly, not dramatically, just move. 5 seconds, then do the thing. And here's the part people don't talk about often or enough. Motivation usually shows up after you start, not before. You don't get motivated and then take action. You take action, and then sometimes motivation shows up later, and sometimes it doesn't. And you still do the thing anyway. That's what consistency actually looks like. People think consistency means never missing a day, but that's not real life. Consistency really means you don't let one skipped day turn into a skipped week or a month or year. It means you don't quit just because it didn't feel good. And this matters because a lot of people think something is wrong with them when motivation fades. They think, maybe I'm just not disciplined. Maybe I don't want it badly enough. And here's one of the main ones, maybe I'm just lazy. But most of the time, that's not what's happening. Most of the time, you're just human. And sometimes, if we're being really honest, you're tired, like real tired, mentally tired, emotionally tired, physically tired. And when you're tired, motivation is the first thing to go. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means your system is overloaded. And that's actually a really important conversation, one we're going to get into next. Because a lot of people aren't unmotivated, they're exhausted. But for today, I want you to hear this part clearly. You don't need to feel motivated to make progress. You don't need to feel inspired. You don't need the perfect mindset. You don't need a big burst of energy. You need small actions, quick decisions, and a willingness to start before you talk yourself out of it. Lower the bar. 5 minutes counts. Doing it badly still counts. Showing up tired counts. Motivation is nice when it shows up, but it's not what changes your life. Follow through does. So if you've been waiting to feel motivated before you start something, this is your reminder that you don't have to wait for that feeling at all. You're not behind. You're not doing life wrong. You're not missing some secret spark that everybody else has. You're human. And motivation just isn't built to carry you. Small decisions do. Tiny moments of follow through do. Doing the thing even when you don't feel like it. That's what adds up. And we're going to talk next time about something that plays a big role in all of this, the tiredness underneath it. Because a lot of people aren't struggling with motivation. They're drained, they're tired, they're exhausted. But for now, just hold on to this. You don't need the perfect mood to make progress. You just need a beginning. Just start. If this conversation was helpful, take what fits your life and leave the rest. Thanks for spending time with me. This is Embody the Phoenix Within, presented by AHA Wellness, and I'm your host, Carla Rosado. See you next time.